Hello, beautiful Scorpios. I am LaChan Devi with Power Life Hypnosis, and this is your January 2019 love and romance reading, as well as your 2019 fortune for the entire year in love and romance, coming up at the end of the reading. Thank you so much for coming to my channel and checking out your reading for the month of January. As always, I would like to say a big thank you to all of those who thumbs up and like my readings. Thank you to all of those who comment and share, and thank you to all of my old subscribers as well as all of my new subscribers. If you would like to book a private reading with me, go ahead and check out my website, powerlifehypnosis.com. You can also book a reading with me now directly through the description box below. If you have an iPhone or an iPad, go ahead and contact me on Instant Go. The link for that is instantgo.com/powerlifehypnosis, and I do respond to all messages within 24 hours. My dearest Scorpios, of course, this is a general reading, so the messages may or may not resonate. If they do not, check your moon and rising sign videos. Those messages may. And if they do resonate, go ahead and check all 3 signs for a more complete picture of your love and romantic relationships during the month of January. You can also check out your fortune for the entire year for all 3 signs as well. And you can also cross-watch the sign to your romantic interests, as that reading may hold additional messages for you as well. So let's go ahead and get started on our reading here. I hope that you all had a fantastic 2018. All right, so my lovely Scorpio friends, for our January reading here, the theme of what we may be experiencing during this month. I have 2 cards here that are similar in theme, so I'll show them to you together. We have the Free Yourself card and the card of separation. So Free Yourself, it's time to take back control of your love life, and separation, time apart from your partner, is on the horizon. So this is a theme that we have had coming over from previous months. So this makes sense. So Scorpios, it looks like many of us here during the month of January may be freeing ourselves from a partner who is no longer serving us, from a relationship that is no longer serving us, which is great because it's a new year, right? So new year, new us, new beginning. If we didn't have the best 2018, we have every opportunity now to start again. We can always wake up in the morning and start fresh, right? We never have to complete the same things from yesterday. We never have to keep doing the same things that weren't working for us yesterday and the day before. We have a fresh opportunity here with this wonderful new year. So it looks like during the month of January, which is the perfect time, we're going to be taking back control of our love lives. This may be taking back control again regarding a partnership. Maybe we are separating from a partner. Maybe we are leaving behind a relationship. We could be freeing ourselves from feeling trapped or feeling burdened, anything like that. But again, we do have this energy of freeing ourselves, so going on to something better, as well as separation. So we will see how these details, or how these themes rather, play out as we continue to move forward. For our first prediction, the roads, the sun, the roads, the sun, the rider. Excuse me. So, Scorpios, before we get into what this can be speaking of as far as an event, let's go ahead and briefly go into who this reading could be speaking of, who we could be speaking of here. Now, please keep in mind, Scorpios, that this is a general reading, so not all these very specific details are going to resonate with you. They will resonate with some, they may not resonate with others. Some of these details may resonate, some may not, some may even describe yourself. This is a general reading, so the energies can be vice versa. If these details do not resonate, that does not necessarily signify that this reading is not for you. It just means that you are not dating someone who looks like this. So if these details do not resonate with you, go ahead and hang tight for just a moment, and we will then get into what this can go ahead and signify. Alrighty. So regarding this individual here, I'm seeing an energy of Aquarius strongly. This person could be an Aquarius sun, moon, or rising, a Capricorn sun, moon, or rising, Pisces, Libra, or fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. This is that Aquarius energy I'm seeing here. So what could this person potentially look like? I am seeing somebody who may have some kind of freckles on their face, maybe spots, freckles, scars, acne, not necessarily scars, but more of freckles, marks on the face. I am seeing somebody who is likely attractive. This person may have strong legs or be very fit. This person may have good stature as well. This person can have attractive eyes. The eyes may be light in color. In some cases, the eyes will be blue. This may be somebody who has hair that is of different shades as well. For example, the hair can be multicolored. The hair can be multicolored. It can have patches. It can be brown with patches, brown with streaks, blonde with patches, blonde with streaks. This is blonde here. So we're going to have that different color theme there going on with the hair. Depending on this person's age, it can even be salt and pepper. This will likely be somebody over the age of 30 for most of you. And that is what I'm seeing here. Did I mention a birthmark, a beauty mark, something like that? Okay, red with streaks, even the hair with those different colors there. So what can this be signifying with this crossroads or this roads, this sun, and this rider combination? Okay, so with the sun card here in the center, this is casting a positive light. It's putting positive energy on this spread here, so that is a good thing. So the different ways that this can go with this crossroads card here is, so going with that separation theme or that freeing ourselves theme, some of us may be separating from a lover, and this is going to bring about a positive outcome. Some of us can be separating from a narcissistic lover, because in some cases this can represent a narcissist. And this is especially if we are speaking about somebody who comes and leaves just as quickly as they arrive. Somebody who comes and goes. So this can also be speaking of, if that is not your scenario here, this can be speaking of us making a positive decision, some kind of good decision when it comes to a lover. Some of us could be traveling. Some of us can very well be traveling, and there's going to be a positive outcome here when it comes to that travel. Yes, some of us may make a good decision. This is a card of decisions. So we may make a positive decision regarding a lover. Whatever happens here, again, is going to have a good outcome. So that is a good thing. Whether if we're deciding to travel, whether if we're making an important decision, or whether we are deciding to separate ourselves, it will be for our benefit. So that is good news. Let's go ahead and move these cards up and go on to our second prediction. Living room. A journey. And marriage card. So again, some of us could be making the decision to perhaps move on in a relationship. This can signify leaving an old and familiar situation behind for something new. So we could be leaving behind a marriage for something new, something fresh. We could be leaving behind a partner or a partnership as well. If not that, some of us could be traveling. Some of us could be traveling. Some of us could even be traveling in secret. So we have that theme of travel as well. Some of us could be traveling or even receiving a visit, as again, the energies can be vice versa. So if we are not making that trip, somebody could be coming to us as well. This Rider card is can be speaking of a visitor, somebody who comes from afar, who comes to stay for a little bit. So some of us could be going on a trip, or some of us could be having somebody come to us, and maybe this is going on in secret for some of us. And if not that, this could be speaking of, this living room card can be speaking of our soul, what's going on within us. For example, in the Kipper deck, we have the house card, and the house card is our dwelling. We have the living room card. The living room card is our bedroom, our most intimate space. So within ourselves, within our souls, we can be moving forward from a relationship, from a marriage, from a partnership in some way. But again, this is going to be all for the benefit. Of course, this is a new year. So again, we are releasing things that are no longer serving us. We are freeing ourselves so we can have a fresh new ground to start new romance on, if that is what we should choose to do. So we have the themes of traveling, making a major decision, no matter what. Once again, it's all good here. Okay, so what I'm going to go ahead and do now is let's go ahead and get into our guidance, and then after that we will get into our fortune. So Scorpios, what I decided to do this month, and this is actually how I prefer to do readings, in particular private readings, what I will do is I will ask my guides, I will ask your guides, the guides over the Scorpio soul family with the highest vibrations, who can provide the best guidance. I ask which of my many decks should I use to provide you all with the best guidance for your particular reading. So I have here one of my angels decks. And the first card that we have here is the card of there's nothing to worry about. So Scorpios, again, regarding the situation, everything is all good, right? There's nothing to worry about. You are safe, Scorpio, and the situation is under the perfect control of divine providence and universal order. Only infuse loving thoughts and emotions into the situation to ensure that the highest possible outcome flows effortlessly to and through you. So this is speaking about releasing resistance, releasing fear-based thoughts, releasing doubts, releasing worry about this situation, understanding that everything is part of a divine plan. Everything is part of a divine blueprint, and everything is working out as it should. Maybe this is a situation where we must free ourselves or we must move forward. Well, guess what? That relationship did hold a benefit for you, whether it be us learning more about ourselves, us learning more about what it is that we want, what it is that we don't want, us learning about relationships, us uncovering shadow aspects of ourselves that may have been hindering us from our fullest expression of unconditional love. Whatever it is, there was a purpose to this connection here. So again, everything is under perfect control of divine providence and universal order. So it would be best to only infuse loving thoughts and emotions. See the positive in this situation. We have the ability to look at a situation any way that we choose. We can look at a situation in a disempowering way, or we can look at a situation in an empowering way. Choosing to see the benefit, choosing to see the good out of it. The choice is ours. Do we want to be empowered, or do we want to be disempowered? And see only love. So let's put loving thoughts, let's put loving emotions, and let's see love in this situation. Look past the seeming errors, Scorpios, the seeming mistakes and misunderstandings, and see only the love within each person, including yourself. So what I also heard is forgiveness of the self. If we are holding on to anything, if we are holding on to any feelings of guilt or feelings like we shouldn't have been in this situation, however this resonates with you, it could be a good idea to once again see only the desire to love, see only the unconditional love within yourself, as well as the other person. See them for who they are. Of course, we are all doing the best that we can in any given situation. If we had better tools, if we could do something differently, if we could be better in relationships or do relationships in a better way, then we would. And the same goes for others as well. So your resolute focus upon the love that underlies every situation brings about healing in undreamed of ways. Again, it's about how we choose to approach, how we choose to look at a situation, how we choose to interpret a situation. We can do that once again in an empowering way, using these situations for our benefit so we can add them to our tool belt and have better tools in future relationships. Or we can choose to look at them in a disempowering way, feeling like this situation didn't work out because of me, because there's something wrong with me. This situation didn't work out because of whatever it is. However, if this is speaking of a relationship where it's time for you to move forward and it's time for you to free yourself, that's just the divine order of things. And it has nothing to do with not being good enough for this relationship or us doing something wrong or however this resonates with you. So again, see only the love in this situation. Look at it through loving eyes. This is really expressing, putting loving feelings forth towards this situation. And that also helps open our hearts as well versus closing them and restricting them. So let's expand. Let's expand through this situation. Let's expand our ability to love by perhaps loving a situation, putting loving feelings and emotions in a situation that may be challenging for us to do so. That's how we expand and open our hearts rather than constrict them and restrict them. And the constricting of our heart and our ability to love will never benefit us moving forward. We have to be able to express love in its deepest sense and unconditionally. And know that you're making steady progress. Scorpio, you are making steady progress. So that is very wonderful as well. We acknowledge you for the progress you've made in remembering love. So it looks like you're already on this trajectory. You're already in this energy. Now let's just keep it going. Let's continue to expand. We acknowledge you for the progress you've made in remembering love in your daily activities. We can clearly see the contribution you are making to the world through your thoughts, feelings, and actions of love. So that is very wonderful. So it looks like you are in that mind state of putting love into situations. So continue on that trajectory. Good job, Scorpios. Okay. So we're going to go into our postcard from Spirit here, and then we'll go ahead and go into our 2019 fortune. So stay tuned for that. Dearest Scorpio, dearest Scorpio, we bet you must be so exhausted some days. Giving as much as you do, sharing your energy so beautifully in service to the highest good can leave you feeling depleted, like an empty well. If it feels as if there's no more water for you, the good news is that we have a plan. Today, go take a relaxing bath. Right, water signs? Go take a relaxing bath. And as I always suggest, go ahead and put some sea salt or put some Epsom salt, not iodized. Go ahead and put some salt in that bath water as well so you can cleanse yourself of any negative energies, any discordant energies picked up. So, Scorpios, book a massage, read a novel, buy yourself flowers or plant some in your garden. Make time for self-care, not more work on yourself. By tending to yourself now, you are reminded to do so more often. And be sure to use a word that might have caused you anxiety in the past, but is essential for your well-being now. And that word is no. Say it with us. No, thank you. No, I can't. You do not have to explain. Just say no, gently but firmly. Then go for a soak. Life will wait for you to bring yourself back to center, replenished and ready for more adventure. Alrighty, my friends. So this is our January reading. So let's go ahead and see what's in store for 2019. Now I have here 4 cards for you because 3 of these cards really go together. Here, 3 of these cards really go together. And then we'll get into this one here. So, check this out. So it's telling you to be careful this year of who you trust. We have 2 snakes and a wolf. 2 snakes and a wolf. Snake, your intuition and healing powers will guide you to a better path, but be careful and beware of who you trust. Beware of who you trust because there may be a snake in your garden during the year of 2019. So if there is, your intuition, water signs, will likely pick up on this energy. So if during the year 2019, whether this is speaking of this person who we're freeing ourselves from, this person who we're separating from, or if this is speaking of somebody new coming into our lives, be careful. Be careful of this person, because we want to keep expanding our ability to love, right? So again, be careful. Beware of who you trust during 2019. Sometimes people are not always as they seem. And with this serpent card, a sly and subtle approach is needed. So again, just be careful. Have your eyes on the lookout. Have your intuition on the lookout as well. If something seems too good to be true, it likely is. If you're having feelings that somebody is not being truthful or loyal or whatever it is, you are likely going to be right. So take that information for what it is. Nevertheless, we also have here the card of fire. We have here the card of fire. Let go of emotional upheaval and embrace the renewal of the present. So you're going to start off the year by freeing yourself. And you're going to start the year off by freeing yourself from emotional upheaval as well. Embrace the renewal of the present. Embrace the renewal that is going to be coming during the year of 2019. You'll be able to take any challenges, take any old energies, any emotional upheaval, throw that into the fire, watch it burn, and embrace the renewal that is going to come as a result. So this is what I have for you all, my dear Scorpios, for your January 2019 love and romance reading, as well as your 2019 yearly fortune. Go ahead and thumbs up, like this reading if the messages resonate with you. Comment, share, and subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already. And again, if you would like to book a reading with me, go ahead and do so now through the description box below, or again at my website, powerlifehypnosis.com. You can also contact me on Instant Go as well. So Scorpio, so much love and so much light to you. I look very forward to seeing you here very, very soon. Have a wonderful new year, and I will see you all again in January. Mwah. Bye.